The Friar Edge program within the athletic department was initiated under the direction of our then athletic director, Bob Driscoll, and our associate athletic director for student development, Jennifer Cunningham. And previous to Friar Edge, we had programming coming out of athletics that came from several different areas. And a decision was made that we should try to focus it out of one area, with Jen Cunningham really being the leader in developing Friar Edge. We started talking about it and meeting about it during the beginnings of COVID, and it was launched to our student athletes in the fall of 2021. The program has 6 different pillars to it. They are personal enhancement, academics, community, leadership, career, diversity, and equity. And programs related to the Friar Edge will be tailored and structured to meet the needs of our student athletes. The thought process being that we want to be able to help our student athletes off the field, off the court, off the ice, with things that are really non-athletic related, but they're important topics that our students need when they graduate, moving out into the real world. The program is designed by class year. We'll do one set of programming for freshmen, one for sophomores, one for juniors, and then with our senior class we do different program, but it's much more informal. In all honesty, the way we look at it is, for us and for our student athletes, every month is Mental Health Awareness Month. Back in 2017, we established the phrase, "You are never alone in Friartown." So we put together that programming for our student athletes, and that slogan has carried itself across campus, especially during COVID. But the idea behind "You are never alone in Friartown," our student athletes cluster with one another. We have approximately 390 student athletes in our department, and they all support one another. They go to each other's games, and we wanted to create the atmosphere that, hey, you always have someone that you can lean on. I tell our freshmen that being a Division I student athlete is very difficult. It's difficult academically, it's difficult athletically, and it's difficult socially. And we want to give them as much support as we possibly can as they go through their journey. The neat thing about this is it is completely supported by the entire athletic department administration, our coaches, and it actually comes over to Harkins Hall, and it's supported all the way up to Father Sicard's office. So it's something that we are very proud of. I think they're very accessible, and not just through Friar Edge. We have our program within athletics for our student athletes All of our kids are very close with their athletic trainers. They can go to one of their athletic trainers. They can go to one of their coaches. I serve as a person within the department that all of our student athletes are aware that I am the person that most exemplifies "You are never alone in Friartown." Our student athletes also have direct access to the Personal Counseling Center. They can go on their own, and depending on the situation, there are some things that may be going on with them that they don't want the people in the athletic department to know about, and we certainly respect the privacy that they have. But I also want to say that, mental health and mental health support on this campus and any campus goes far beyond our student athletes. The Personal Counseling Center that we have under the direction of Rosemary Mugen, we have several people that work in the counseling center that anyone has full access to. And I think that's important for just the general population of campus to understand that. I hate to try to separate student athletes from the general population, because all of our student athletes are students first. But the needs and the demands placed on our student athletes are different from the general student population, from time management to practice times, game times, travel. The amount of time that our student athletes are away from campus representing Providence College. Wherever they go, they put a uniform on that has Providence across the chest. So, they don't go away on vacation. They go away on business trips, we like to say. We have information on friars.com. We now have a specific website, the friaredge.com, which talks specifically about the 6 pillars that we have, and again through the Personal Counseling Center. So there are multiple ways that people outside of the campus can access and maybe get a better idea of how and why we try to support our student athletes in the way that we do.